The University of North Alabama has been educating students in the music and entertainment industry since 1975. One of the first programs of its kind in the country, and the first in the state of Alabama. We've got a lot to be proud of as we celebrate the program's 50th anniversary. We want to share some of the alumni and their UNA stories.
The way I see it is, I'm paying my bills doing what I love and what I want to do. And that's all I can ask for. That makes me happy ultimately. Hi, I'm Simpson, and this is my UNA story. I'm from Florence, Alabama, a Shoals native. My family was very musical. My mom's a singer. My dad was a drummer. That's how they met, and they were in a band together. That's how I got here. My stepfather's a songwriter, so music's just all throughout my family, and that's how I got started. I decided after my freshman year of college at another school that I wanted to be in the music industry and be an artist. And when I made that decision, I decided that I was going to come back home, and UNA was the place to do that because I knew I could come here and go to school and learn about the industry while also learning how to play and sing from my family and other people in the music scene here. My favorite experience at UNA was probably going to a lot of the panels and meeting people in the industry that have had a lot of success. That was a very valuable tool, and just being able to introduce myself to people and trying to that's another thing that just helps you kind of get your foot in the door and get started, is you just have to meet people that are important. One of the people that I met on a panel here at UNA was Blake McDaniel, who is an agent at CAA, and that was a huge deal for me because I just walked up to him and said, "Hey, I'm Simpson and I play music," which I'm sure he hears all the time, and he gave me his card, and I emailed him I think 3 or 4 songs, and a couple years later, we were working together. He was one of our first agents, and that led to me being able to open for Dwight Yoakam and Easton Corbin and play a lot of really cool shows that otherwise wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have just walked up and said hello or had the opportunity to meet him. Networking and relationships are, I think, probably 95 or 98% of this industry. It's everything because it's less and less about talent or performing, and you just have to know people. As I've learned, I don't think I was very good at it at first, and then as you get older, you see you gotta be good to people and be nice to people and be kind and care about people, because when you treat somebody well, you're making a fan out of them, and you support them too, and it goes both ways, and you never know who's going to be in a certain job position one day, so it's very important to treat people well. I did my internship at Wishbone Studios with Mike O'Rear, and spent a lot of time with Billy Lawson as well, just learning about publishing and even learning about the studio and how to build tracks and session stuff, all the above that goes on in a studio. It was a really cool thing for me because, those guys have been in it a really long time, and I've always been a big believer in, learning from the people that have done it before you and had a lot of success. And so it was just a really great experience for me. I got my start in the industry just playing gigs. That was my first job. As soon as I came to UNA and started school here, I also started booking as many gigs as I can. That was it for me. I just started working as much as I could and learning as much about the craft of performing and playing as possible. Having a musical family definitely helped me. It helps, get you in places that otherwise it would be a lot harder to get into. Being able to book shows faster and stuff like that, it definitely helps. And that's a tribute to work that they've done as well, because I feel like success is generational, and it can take a really long time for a family to build into something, like a network of relationships, and that's a huge deal for me. UNA became part of the journey just through the relationships that I made. That's definitely the biggest point, meeting people that helped me further my career, having access to tools, like noise block, and just seeing how things go down and how music is supposed to be made. All of that is very important, and it helped me a lot. I've worked with so many alumni from this program, which is great. It's almost a source of pride too, being from the Department of Entertainment Industry. But I've worked with so many alumni, Blake McDaniel, Cody Payne, who's managing the Red Clay Strays, which is starting to really happen. That's a really cool thing. A lot of writers, Walt Aldridge. One of the cooler things to me is working with people I was in class with. There's a lot of friends that are in the business. Micah Gamble is a buddy of mine. Nate Harris. These guys are on big time production crews, and they're going on the road, and that's really cool to see. Emma Wood is another friend of mine working at a label in Nashville. And when I moved to Nashville, you hear about people getting jobs and your peers having jobs up there. So when I moved up, I reached out to a lot of people that I went to school with, and that's cool. It's cool to have. And the Shoals isn't, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a small town, but it has a small town vibe. And when you have that many people from this department that are working in the big industry, in Nashville, and I'm sure there's alums in LA and New York and everywhere. There's a music industry, and that's really cool coming from the Shoals. I think what makes the Shoals special is there's some quality about it where, even though it's very small, there's a lot of people from here that are doing big things in the music industry, and that's always been cool to see for me. I mean, watching Jason Isbell have success like he's had, or John Paul White, seeing that and just knowing that it's possible, it has always made me believe that it's possible to be great and to excel in the industry. And I've never had any doubts about that, because I see it happen so regularly. You see people come from the Shoals, do big things, and I know that I'm capable of the same. I've always felt that what set the UNA program apart was the people that are actually working in the program. People like John Paul White. I mean, I watched this guy perform on the Grammys when I was 14. I'm sure that, famous people teach at other schools occasionally, but it's really cool to have it at UNA because they're from your hometown, and that's just a really great quality to have, and it's cool to see. Some of the notable moments of my career and things I'm most proud of are being able to tour with Dwight Yoakam. That was a big deal to me because he's a legend in my eyes, even acted in some movies that I love. Having a song that I wrote be recorded and released by Kid Rock, that was a big deal to me. That, kind of, set the tone for, hey, this guy can write, and it just kind of changes your life when you know that what you make other people like, and other people of that stature. So that was great for me. We tour a lot, and that's where a lot of my joy comes from, and to play a show and somebody calls you for an encore, those are things that aren't going to be talked about, but they're very important achievements to me, because I'm still in the up and coming role. Once you're in the industry for a minute, you realize that all these people are self-starters, and they're doing a lot of work on their own. It's not so much as just get in a job and be put to work as it is, go do it. And that's a really cool thing about this industry, because you can really do anything you set your mind to, You have to go and do the work yourself. The best advice I can give to somebody pursuing a career in the music industry is to get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's a lot like self-starting your own business. You know, it takes years to grow a business, no matter what the business is. You know, whether it's a band or whether you're starting an agency or whatever you're doing, starting a festival or anything like that, you know, all that stuff takes time and money and blood, sweat, and tears to grow. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's the best advice I can give.